This is the setup for the toilet chute. On the left we can see the high pressure compressor. It's hooked up to the 1-inch ball valve air cannon, which has the 96-inch long 25mm barrel installed on it. In the background up top we can see the 1/2-inch solenoid valve cannon. It has its 60-inch long 25 caliber barrel on it for the Daisy 1/4-inch steel BBs that I like to shoot through it. Today's target is a 1.6 gallon low flush toilet that's cracked and is a leaker. It's located 10 meters downrange in the shop with an array of steel backstop plates behind it, as well as thick pieces of wood and everything else I need to stop any of the slugs. We can see a bit more of the setup here, including two 500-watt tungsten lights to give flicker-free lighting for the high-speed camera, which can be seen on its little tripod at the bottom left of the screen. Here's the 25mm ammo selection for today. I'm sure I will not be needing all 5. On the left is a 2500 grain hard cast alloy lead slug, then a pair of 2600 grain hard lead alloy cast slugs, a 3360 grain slug called the Toilet Buster. I'm saving it for the bowl. And then on the right we have a 1213 grain wax slug made with paraffin wax and 1/4-inch steel washers. I think I might go with the wax slug against the tank as my first shot. Well, we're loaded with the wax slug that I showed, wax and 1/4-inch steel washers, and we're going to aim for the toilet tank about 1/3 of the way up from the bottom. Center. Be firing at 400 psi. Make that firing at 450 psi. Well, certainly no problem hitting the toilet with that wax slug. Done quite a bit of initial damage. Let's continue. This will be the 3360 grain hard alloy cast lead Toilet Buster slug fired at the bowl. 400 psi. I think we hit the target there. It's good toilet demolition. Here we've switched now to the 1/2-inch solenoid valve cannon with the 60-inch long 1/4-inch barrel for shooting the Daisy 1/4-inch steel BBs that weigh 15 grains roughly apiece. Well, there's a few shots of 1/4-inch BB. I'll fire a few more. Let's try aiming a little lower. Let's try aiming a little lower. Well, finally we collapsed it. Well, it seems some of the trap way is left. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can hit that trap way. While we're getting the top of it, I'll aim a bit lower. Oh, that collapsed that trapway. Well, I think this toilet is busted. Well, this toilet certainly turned to scrap. And since I shot it indoors, yes, I did thoroughly clean it before it became a target. I recovered most of the washers that were in the lead slug. For 1/4-inch steel washers, it's surprising the amount of damage they took from the impact with that ceramic toilet tank. Some of them are squashed flat, others are nearly bent in half. They're all showing signs of damage in some way. That slug was quite something. I think I'll try a 1/4-inch washers and wax slug again for the 25mm barrel. This is the remains of the 3360 grain toilet buster slug that I showed earlier that was fired at the toilet bowl. It largely held together except for a few pieces that came off, but for hard lead alloy it sure got quite deformed. From the firing, I'll definitely be recasting that slug. Here's a quick look at the 1/2-inch solenoid valve cannon. As you can see, I've added a scope to it to help the aiming. The scope is offset to the side because the way this valve is, it's up top where the scope should be, so I had to put the scope to the left in this case. But it works for 10 meters distance inside the shop, no problem. We can see where the shop air line, in this case 125 psi, is hooked up to the air tank. And then a look down, 60-inch barrel is on it to .25 caliber for the steel BBs. As we can see, an extra barrel breech loading is stowed here. That's caliber 410 and is 48 inches long when mounted on the cannon. Yet another view here, you can see that the cannon is mounted on an old table pedestal base. Came in handy, makes it about waist high for operating it.